Hi everyone, I just wanted to stop in and show you the difference at the moment between the digital and hard copy versions of the new RAM training booklets for TAE, for the TAE subject, TAE 40110. You can see on the left here we've got the digital version, and on the right we've got the hard copy version. If we scroll through the very beginning page, you can see that they're pretty much identical. Now, the changes start on the next page, where you can see that we've got live links on the digital page and no live links on the hard copy page. That's because we presume that people who print the hard copy are not going to be clicking on those hard copy pages, and they're going to follow the instructions that are included in the booklet now on how to access the resources and the textbook as they need them. So if we keep scrolling down, I think you'll find that there's very little difference between the hard copy version that you've got now and the old hard copy version, except for the fact, that this guy has suddenly got more section breaks. Now I've left this view screen on so that you can see the formatting. You'll notice if I take them away that it looks the same, except if you scroll down from page to page, you'll see that the margins change side. That's because I've designed it for you to make back-to-back print jobs or back-to-back pages. So the pages are designed to go front and back of each piece of paper. If you print them one page per sheet of paper, it will look weird and the margins will be strange. So print them back to back and it'll work out just beautifully. There's extra space. I've cleaned up the formatting of this a little bit. They're all exactly the same now. All the font is the same, all the line spacing is the same, all the headers and footers are identical. You'll find that as you go through the activities, we've got a new page in here that refers the students to the textbook. Presumably they'll read that. If you'll notice that in here there's heaps of space for the students to write their answers, that's because this is the hard copy version. Obviously those spaces are not going to be available to students using the digital version. Now onto the digital version, which is much more interesting, I think. I'll close that one down. Make this guy bigger. If you have a look at the digital version, all the way through here we have little spaces. It starts here where students are able to click on and enter text. There'll be a drop-down box where they enter the date. You'll be able to, as the assessor, choose whether or not they're competent or not yet competent. All the way through to the questions. We obviously don't have the boxes. I haven't included the grey boxes, that separate page for the digital, because anytime we try and embed images into a digital document, page breaks and things like that make a huge difference. And within the digital document, you will notice that there are, depending on your screen size, some gawky looking breaks. That's largely because everybody has a different screen size, everybody sets their pages up differently, so we don't include any formatting for page breaks, just so that however it unfolds on a student's computer is how it unfolds. They're not going to find themselves with suddenly 2 pages of blank spaces because we put in a page break accidentally. So you will notice, just let me turn this off, the little view thing. You'll notice that students can enter text here to answer the question. As the assessor, you can scroll over here and decide whether or not they get it right or wrong. Click it once, it turns into an X. Click it twice, it goes back into being a red tick. Chris had a specific desire for red ticks, so I have given that to him. If you move on down to the questions, the more difficult questions that are not just knowledge-based, you'll find that at every opportunity we've made it so that the text box appears and students enter details there. Anytime that students have to choose from a number of pre-selected options, we give them the drop-down boxes. As an assessor, you will find that there is space for you to write also. So your space appears, oops, your space should appear down the bottom here, where it says trainer comments. You can click on there, enter your comment, and it'll turn out in this box, in a little red box. You can delete it, change it, you can write as much or as little as you like, and it will turn out the same way. You can also choose from satisfactory and unsatisfactory for each task that students have been set. I think that's about it, except to say that because it is a digital copy, because the links are live, because all of it's been formatted to be digital, please leave it in the folders that they've been allocated. So when you give your students their booklets, when you give your students their booklets, you can actually give them just the student resources file. And in each subject, you'll notice that there is, for example, in here, there's the assessment instrument templates, there's the textbook, there's the units of competency, and then there's also the assessment task book. If we go back, that's so of every unit of work. So they don't get, obviously not every unit gets the units of competency, etc. If we go down here, they only get the textbook and their assessment book. Same for the hard copy folder. So whatever students choose, they will choose, if they choose to be hard copy students, then they just open up the hard copy folder and print it back to back on facing pages. If they choose to be digital, they open up that folder, click on their student handbook, and away they go. There won't be any broken links, nothing like that. But they do need to choose right at the outset whether they're going to be hard copy or digital students for each unit of competency. So basically, that's all there is for you to know. I hope that your trainer and assessor resources have barely changed. I've included in here all the new marking and mapping guides, everything that Rob put together. So it shouldn't be too difficult for you to find your way around. They look the same as they always have. The questions haven't changed. So you should be pretty well good to go. I hope you like the new formats, and please let me know if you find any major or serious glitches. Bye for now.